What's up, guys? My name is Em. Today is not Friday, but it's still fantastic, and it's Mother's Day, so let's make a Mother's Day card. Requested per Mama. The theme for this card is Mama Llama. My mama and I have a really unique and close relationship, and she's full of laughter and sarcasm and has this huge, big, booming laugh that fills a room that I absolutely love and adore. She has a really sarcastic nature, and I also love that too, because throughout my life she has dropped little sarcastic phrases and comments that you just kind of have to laugh at. And for example, when I was growing up and I wanted something really badly and she really didn't want to get it for me, or some other reason she couldn't get it for me, she would say, people in hell want ice water too, but they don't always get what they want. And I feel like that's the most literal translation of telling a kid, you're not gonna get it, so stop asking for it. And that's that. Some other of her sayings were, what part of no don't you understand, the N or the O? And another one is, when I was particularly being whiny that day, she would turn to me and say, do you want some cheese with that wine? And obviously there are so many others, but those are just some of the PG versions. But I love my mother and her sarcastic tendencies. I feel like it brings out her humor and quick wit. And I think another story that perfectly describes my mom and I's relationship is, we were boarding a plane, and I have a backpack and a carry-on suitcase. And the suitcase is in front of me and the backpack's on my back. My mom's behind me boarding the plane with her carry-on suitcase and her purse. And once we get on the plane, I put my suitcase in the above carry space first, and I turned around actually to sit down, and she asked me to put her suitcase in the same bin as well. And so I turned back around and I slightly hit her with my back of my backpack because it was really full. And there were people on either side of us at this point, so the plane's like halfway full. And so after I barely hit her with the back of my backpack, she says, excuse me, ma'am, but you just hit me. And the people's faces from the sides of the plane that they were already sitting down got really wide. And I said, well, I'm sorry, I did that. And really sassy-like. And I wasn't recognizing that we were in a smaller space. And this is how I usually sarcastically talk back to my mother. And one of the passengers has called the flight attendant over, and I see a flight attendant walking my way from the back of the plane. And she says, excuse me, ma'am, is there a problem? And I said, no, she's just my mother. My mom burst out laughing through this whole plane. Keep in mind, it's big, it's booming, it's hilarious, and so it immediately calms down whoever was panicking that we were two women arguing. Because also I'm mixed, so I don't outright look like my mother. I do have some similar features as her, obviously, but my dominant race that I look like is very different, Filipino. So I'm sure these people were just freaking out about these two women boarding the plane and arguing. I think that story is probably top 5 on my list of most hilarious stories I have with my mom. If you guys have time today to tell anybody who is a mom in your life or presents a motherly-like energy for you, be sure to give them a text message, a Bitmoji, a call, a FaceTime. I know we're all held up in quarantine, so you have nothing else to be doing besides working and calling your mama. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Enjoy the rest of the video.